Well, hello. It's Diana. And I'm out in the garden. I'm actually sitting in a chair at the end of the wheelchair ramp. And I'm looking at my plants and down the row. And then I actually got my pea starts came up. And so many of my plants survived the winter. There was a good winter. But I got quite a little bit of a planting mess and leaves. Oh my goodness. Leaves and weeds. I am trying. Over there is a bromelade box full of bromelads. Got variegated, all kinds. Here's my other goodies. Getting ready to plant. I actually got African daisies in one of those. And marigolds in some of the others. But this is what's going on. And those little starts. Let me focus in. They're doing pretty good. I love peas. I wish I had more help and could get more seeds. Oh, and these are special. Especially for a lady that I know on here that's a very good homesteader. And she loves variegated. Well, that's a Boston fern. Or a fern mixed with this variegated vine. It's just an ornamental. And then my banana tree. I wish I could get Pete from Green Dreams. Pete, it's a shout out to you. You're a wonderful guy. You live a couple hours away. If you ever want to come help out an old gal or you need some aloe, there's my poinsettias. They grow actually all year here for me. I get everybody's old ones and they bloom again. There's the rest. I got my clovers going. Look how pretty they are. And all of these are totally natural. And there's my variegated. Again, I'm going to get somebody a special present with some variegated. Now those are very healthy to have inside. The tongue, that's a variegated tongue. Those mixed with aloe. And then I have a variegated spider and a variegated aloe. The little mini aloe mixed in a pot with a walking iris. These are all my winter survivors. This is Survivor Row. My poor azalea bush was in full bloom. I'll post another post. Now we had the rains and the freeze come, and it's really confused the whole garden. I've got giant trees. Actually, we have a lot. And I got live oak, old oak. There's a comfrey tree over there in the back. And here is my neglected little potting station. In my first video I show these. Here's a pot of them. Getting ready to transplant a hibiscus I transplanted. The caldecort. Oh my goodness, the caldecort. It's all over, and I hate cutting it down. I just hate cutting it down. It's a weed. There you are. Okay, like I said, I don't have a lot of cameras. I actually gave my son all my GoPros. Oh, come on, focus in. I wanted to focus in on it. It is so pretty. And here my poor bromelain, my star cactus I'll have to get a picture of. It's one of the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. The leftover spiders again. My truck, yay! Chevy truck which survived that tree. That broken branch up there fell on top of it. Huge tree. We have lots of hawks and eagles, fishtail hawks, owls, and then the land of the peacocks, which I'm sure you'll see in quite a few of my things. The other thing to remember is that I have dyslexia and I talk backwards. In my first video, I didn't edit because, or I couldn't edit anyway, but it's just showing real me. These are survivors. This is from my grandmother. It's almost like a heirloom. It's just called the star cactus. I almost lost them during the winter. I forgot to bring them in. Well, actually, I was just too depressed to bring them in. I lost 3 of them. Here's one more. We all have our things we're fighting, and I've just had to keep the faith. Now I want to show from my first video my loquats, and they are so good. I showed you when they were just blossoming and the bees were going crazy. I've been eating them too. They're like really good. Really good. Look how many this is an old tree. It was here when I bought the property years ago. Well, at least over 15 years ago. Let me come around and show you this bunch. My loquats. So if anybody needs, I have starts all over the ground. Anybody wants some free loquats? For a little while I can send them. But just send the box for the $5 2-day priority mail. I don't have a space down there. I don't have anything down there. I kind of need help. I wish Goldshaw, another good homesteader, Goldshaw, Wholesome Roots, I'd like to say thank you, because you're the first one to subscribe to me. Rose, you are a wonderful person. I love watching you guys. The guys lately with their garden stuff and the St. Patty's Day bauble. And I love the question, what is a bauble? So natural. I mean, exactly what is a bauble? Those are my staghorns. They actually made it uncovered all the way through the winter. I got thousands of babies. Here's another one that's fallen to the ground. Not to the ground, it's sitting on a crate. But it's very hard when you're hurt. And then I'm going to pan down, and that's sitting over a whole cluster of bromeliads that are on the ground. But they'll take anywhere. Same with bromeliads. Anybody wants some bromeliads? And then here's that caldecort. It's just so pretty. It's such a pretty weed. I hate mowing it down. I have 3 different weeds that I wish I could actually just have a whole field of. Oh, I'm so happy too. I've told you 3 or 4 times. This is the plant that's it's in remission right now. You saw these blooming earlier in the other video, and they're not. What I was going to say earlier about my dyslexia is that before on my video I had said this is my shaded area, which I was actually trying to say my sunny area. I only have 2 sunny areas in the area, but try not to say either. Okay, so totally unedited. Here we go. The blue pool. I got plants in it right now. Walking iris and the potato balm. The potato balm was a vine that's invasive. We try to keep rid of it. We've got about 5 vines, grasshoppers and moles and squirrels that are really havoc on our gardens. There's my Home Depot bucket. My lawnmower, dirty and desperate need. Look at all the leaves. I have so much mulch, and my ground is so rich right now that the moles are just loving it. You guys saw all these plants in the other video. This is the winter survivor. All of them before I get to work and totally rechange. This will soon become a 4 o'clock. I grow 4 o'clocks, the pink ones, and this whole garden right here next to this beautiful plant, which actually is getting ready to have a blossom. That's a blossom in there. And then this is damage from the grasshoppers, like I said. And then here are some of our ferns. It just comes wild because we have so many ferns here. We're the fern capital of the world. Actually, here where I live, there's fern tenting and fern growing of all kinds. They get sent all over the world. And this is mixed on a fence with Oh my goodness, now I can't think of the name. I'm getting ready to trim it because it'll really blossom. It blossoms all these beautiful flowers. Look how huge it is. But that survived this year. A lot of it survived. I wasn't able to take care of it. My little table, this is my mess. Okay, this is the other. I lost my frangipanges. The other one I'll show you in a minute. It went, but this one is what's left. You saw it in the other video. And then here's another plant that I have a flower. The giant purplish white plant on my Instagram, Peacocks and Mermaids, is where that flower comes from. And then here's my tulip trees. I told you that these trees grow beautiful. And then I have an alamandin. And let me show you real quick too. More poinsettias. I just grow them and they actually stay all year. And then this little flower right here. I'm trying to get one that's blooming. This is an invasive weed, very invasive. Oh, I was hoping to find, I have some up front, the purple vine when it is in bloom. But those are what's left of the poinsettias. That one is almost 15 years old. So it's going to get trimmed back this year. Hopefully it will stay. I don't know. It was blooming, but it got neglected. It looks like the pink one died, the other ones. And here's some more of that variegated, really pretty flower I showed you on my first video. Here are some bee lovers right away. My alamanda. They're so pretty. Really pretty, and they're coming up for the first time. Look I have a big bushel of them right here. And they look so pretty. But this is the side that I said was shady over here on the other side of my fence. My elephant ears, I have a few that made it. Thank you, Lord. I have a strangled crepe myrtle in there. This is out of the river, this piece of cypress. My good friends got it out of the river. It's actually really cool. And I put plants. This is my disaster. It's been neglected by everyone. Totally. So this is actually the sunny side. I had said shady, and soon I will show you a different. My jasmine were not blooming before in the first video. Now they are. Let's see if we can get you a pretty close-up. The bees and the stuff in here are quite abundant. As you can see, all the